Boolean values. Boolean means only two. Out of two, only one will be possible at a time, either a true or false, not both of them. So when your value will be in the form of true or false, it is known as a Boolean value. So you have learned true and false in 12th class. It is called as truth table. So here we have to learn some joining of condition by using and or operations. That is called as a composite condition. So what is a condition? Condition is nothing but a statement which returns either true or false. For example, A is equal to B. Now this is a condition. If really A is equal to B, it is a true. In all other cases, it will be false. Now I am going to share my screen where I am going to share some comparative operators. Which are comparative operators used in conditional statement? So I am sharing now. Now all of you can watch this white room. Now here, when I say A is equal to B, now this is condition. If A is equal to really equal to B, then it is called as equality. It is called as equality. Now, so let us see, this is equality. In the same way, there are some conditional statements like this. This is called as equal to operator. In the same way, this is called as not equal to. These are most widely used comparative operators. Now let's move for others. It is called as less than operator. This is called as greater than operator. This is called as less than or equal to. And this is called as greater than or equal to. So these are comparative operators used for creating condition. I hope all of you have noted all these 6 comparative operators. Now let us come back. Now this is about comparative operators. Now by using these comparative operators, we can make a conditional statement which will either true or false. Same thing we have used in looping statements. Now we are going to use it with conditional statements, if and else operators. Now these are the new blocks. Again, I'm going to share my screen. We can So let us clear this. Now we can take a syntax like this. If in bracket, now here we can put condition. If the condition is true, then this block will execute. Now this is called a simple if statement. Simple if statement. So here we can put the condition. If in bracket condition and this block, here we can put other statements. I'm just giving dot 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 dot. This is called as first if structure, simple if. If the condition is true, then only this block will execute. If the condition is false, then this block will be bypassed. This block will not execute. Now let us go for the next structure, that is if else. Now this is just extension to the first one. This is second structure. If the condition is true, then this block will execute. If the condition is false, then else block will execute. So I'm not giving more details because it is just a revision. When the condition is true, first block will execute. When the condition is false, else part will execute. So out of these two, only one block will execute at a time, because condition will be either true or false. If this part will execute, this will not. If this part will execute, first will not. So only one part of this two blocks will execute. Similarly, we can use nested if condition. What is nested if condition? We can put if inside another if, like this. See, now this is nested if. Now there are two conditions, condition 1 and condition 2. If condition 1 is true, cursor will move inside this. Again, it will check condition 2. If condition 2 is also true, this part will execute. Okay, so we can put one if statement inside another if statement. So this is a simple way to use if statements. Now let us see one program by using if statement. Okay, now I will just type the program here only. What we can type, just see, include now I have included header files, then started with main, and now I'm just writing something like this, int x, which is equal to 10, and now here I'm just writing the condition. If x, sorry, if is already there, x is equal to 10, see the program now. Okay, now very simple program. I'm just initializing one variable with value 10, and here I'm checking if x is really equal to 10, this part will execute. If it is not equal to 10, this part will execute. Now what will be the outcome of the program? Outcome of the program will be like this. X is equal to 10. Now this will be the outcome of the program. Now, just see the program. It's a very simple program in which we are using a simple if statement. Now, if the condition is true, this part will execute. Otherwise, else part will execute. Now, in this program, value assigned to x is 10. So, condition becomes true. Today, we are going to stop here only. And from next lecture onwards, we will continue our C programming 2. Till now, we are conducting revision of C programming 1. Try to understand. Now, we will move forward to C programming 2.